right, and we're up to public comment. At this time, we welcome members of the community to address the board. When you are called, please come up to the microphone and state your name and your address, and limit your comments to 3 minutes. Please direct all comments to the board. Per established procedures, we will not interact with speakers during public comment, but everyone who indicates that they would like follow-up from the district will receive follow-up from the appropriate administrator. Okay, you here. All right, first up is Scott Van Solkema.
Hello, Scott Van Solkema. I got a few things just to talk about. Well, number one, I did see that the Fine Arts Center does the naturalization oath ceremony for the Western District Court, and I see that they're doing that this Wednesday, so I'm very happy that we can be, our community can be a part of that. So that's actually a very good thing, get people in here that have come to this country and done it the right legal way, and that we get to play a small little part of that, those people to basically be part of the American dream. So bravo, Forest Hills. Second, I was here for the finance meeting. I filmed it. We got just under 100 views from the last week, so I still am imploring for you guys to film the curriculum and finance meetings. It's simple, just press that little button, focus in, and then post it online. I know you guys have been keeping up on uploading the YouTube videos of these meetings a lot in a more timely fashion, so thank you for that. I do appreciate that. Also, I'd still like to see more info in these board packets. I know you guys authorized several millions of dollars for playground equipment, which I know I did see that in the finance meeting a little bit. Some detail as to what, examples of what we're getting, but just to show again where we're at. Obviously, you guys do have the capacity to make a long board packet. I believe this one was just a little over 100 pages, mainly because of the board policy changes. But obviously, that technology is there, and it doesn't hurt to show again where our money is going. It's been a few months since I've been here, but I did go and take a tour of Central Middle with the principal back there. Bill, good job. Jeff, I believe. And it was great to see where our tax dollars went. That looks like a very big collaboration and upgrade from the time when I was there back in the early 90s. So glad to see that we're stepping up and keeping up with the times and everything like that. But again, just still like to see more details. Again, you guys authorized spending a little over $17 million, and there's some details, but and I do like how the check registry is up there for the past several years now, so we can search those where before they didn't have that. So I know Mr. Cawley's looking at me like it doesn't know what I'm talking about, but before you'd have to FOIA where our money went. So I'm glad that we are taking steps for that. So and also, Mr. Kirby, I appreciate being able to speak with you about valedictorians. I don't know where we're at with that. This is now the time if we do want to proceed with that. That would be great. Since you got a new administrator here and some new principals, at least at Central, and I believe at Northern too, to possibly go with valedictorians as well for the 2025 class. Thank you.
Thank you. Nick Brill. Sorry, I didn't have my microphone on. There, sorry, microphone issue. Nick Brill. Okay, we'll move on then. Jared Jakubowski.
Jared Jakubowski, still on White Hills. It's been a while since I've addressed the board and first time for the new members. Greetings. Tonight, how about a refresher crash course that crams 100 years of public education history into 3 minutes? Away we go. John Dewey was a Marxist and atheist, and of course, the founding father of modern American public school system. By the 1930s, Professor Dewey began his long, incremental march to weave critical theory into America's schools of higher education. Critical theory and thinking were not what you assume it to be. Nope. Dewey imported this radical ideology and its like-minded Marxist atheist proponents from the Frankfurt School in Germany. And by critical thinking, they meant being exclusively critical of and undermining traditional values and traditional structures within education and well beyond. In the 1980s, higher ed imported another Marxist atheist education expert, Paulo Freire, and he introduced into the welcoming hearts and minds and curricula of American education departments, wait for it, critical pedagogy, aka critical education theory. Freire became one of the most quoted experts in textbooks for wannabe teachers. His quotes are explicit. Bottom line, he taught that literacy and math proficiency, academics, were secondary to our kids' political social education, and that involved teaching everything through the lens of the oppressed versus the white oppressors. He proclaimed academics are tools of the oppressors. Critical pedagogy is the direct precursor of critical race theory, CRT. How do you spell CRT nowadays? DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. This social engineering is seen by institutions and businesses to be ineffective, costly, and counterproductive. A much more accurate acronym for DEI is proving to be division, envy, injury. Long story short, America's dollar investment per pupil is now the highest worldwide, but our country's public school student performance has plummeted from the top 2 in 1980, now down to around 30th worldwide. Who could possibly think these painfully inverse trajectories are coincidental? Well, to paraphrase 1984's author George Orwell, some ideas are so outrageously delusional that only an educated intellectual could possibly believe them. So, here's to rediscovering traditional values and common sense. Thank you.
Thank you. Savannah Beal.
I wrote notes too, because I'm nervous. My name is Savannah Beal, and I live at 7852 Ashwood Drive, Southeast. And I am here to talk about diversity too, so thank you for the introduction. My name is Savannah Beal, and I'm here tonight to advocate for accessible ground cover for lower elementary school playgrounds. Currently, these playgrounds use wood chips as ground cover. Wood chips are not only messy and unstable during the winter months, but more importantly, they are not ADA compliant. This creates a significant barrier for children who use wheelchairs or other mobility devices. We talk a lot about creating inclusive environments for learning, but inclusion doesn't stop at the classroom door. It extends to every part of a child's school day, including recess and outdoor play. Play is essential for childhood development. It's where kids learn social skills, build friendships, and foster confidence. But right now, some of our students don't have an equal opportunity to access these experiences because of something as simple as ground cover. Our district has made remarkable investments in its facilities, including state-of-the-art fields and athletic spaces, and I applaud that progress. But we cannot overlook our young learners, especially those in our special education programs, which are already segregated into just a few schools in the district. Adding a few pieces of accessible equipment does not make them ADA compliant nor actually accessible for children with mobility limitations and differences. Those playgrounds, as they stand today, are simply not accessible. I understand that budgets are tight, but it's a matter of priorities, particularly at Meadowbrook, which has multiple wheelchair users and students with limited mobility, my first grader being one of them. The recent millage demonstrates that this district is capable of making significant investments when we decide that something matters. And this, ensuring that every child has a chance to play and feel like they belong, absolutely matters. While initial costs may be higher, rubber ground cover is low maintenance, potentially saving on long-term costs compared to materials like wood chips or loose-filled rubber that need regular replenishment. I urge you to allocate funding for flat, stable, accessible ground cover on the elementary playgrounds. It is a step toward creating schools where every child, regardless of their ability, can participate fully in their education and their play. Thank you.
Thank you.